I think Kishimoto just lost the plot, dude. I genuinely have no fucking idea what this manga or this anime is about anymore. Hi. No, I don't do much Naruto content, and most people who follow me don't even know about this anime, really. But I don't even make reviews of this manga. I don't do anything about the manga except that one video about how shit it is, but this new chapter came out, and it's so unbelievably weird and stupid that I couldn't help myself but make a video. Like, it's not even bad. It's not a bad chapter. It's not really anything, honestly. It's kind of just boring. It doesn't really do much. But there's two things that caught my attention in this chapter and made me go, I think Kishimoto's genuinely lost it. Like, I know he's not writing the manga. Someone actually pointed this out in my last video. He is not. He is still the creator. He is the mastermind. He makes the anime how he wants it. Like, yeah, he didn't write it, but he's the one who oversees it because it's his. He is the creator. Everything that happens in the manga or the anime is going to be held against him. He's responsible for it. So that's a moot point. It doesn't matter. But this new chapter, what is fucking happening? What's the point of Boruto anymore? Does anyone who even the people who like the manga, do they even know what's happening anymore, or what's the point of the manga or the anime? Like, in Naruto, even like if you watch just a few episodes, you can pretty quickly grasp what the anime is going to be about and where it's going. Even if it's not completely predictable, you do get like that it's about everyone working together and like love, friendship, fucking My Little Pony shit. But this, I'm genuinely not sure. Where is this anime going? Where is this manga going? What's the point? What's going to be the end, like, lesson that you get from it? Because I don't fucking know, and I don't think anyone does either. And it's not even goodly written where it's just unpredictable in a good way. It's just so confusingly written and done that you really don't fucking know anything. Like, I know from the last video I got only 2 comments, well, 3 technically, but from even those 3 comments I can tell I'm not the only one who isn't a fan of this manga and can see how much is rehashed from the original, how much things don't make sense, and how it is very shitly written. But like, I think nobody talks about how shit this is. Like, I'm not the only one who thinks this either. Like, okay, but genuinely, I'm not going to talk about the whole chapter because I can't be bothered, and not everything is interesting or really made me go scratching my fucking head. What? Like this one, like these 2 scenes did. There's 2 things that I want to talk about, mostly with, and literally the only 2 scenes I'm talking about is fucking Hidari and Juga. I think that was his name, Juga. But I don't care because they're so it's just so forgettable and just forgettable that I don't even fucking remember their names, dude. But these 2 moments, there is a little bit of a gay thing going on, I think. Like, I know this isn't technically that gay from this screenshot specifically, but it is. It has a lot of tension and implications, which is interesting. Like, why? What is happening? What is going on? What? Like, there's clearly something going on between these 2, and I'm like, why? Kishimoto, what are you doing? Like, this isn't like you whatever, but it's just like, it's random out of nowhere, and just, why is it there? What is this gonna do for the story? Are they gonna have kids? Like, why is this happening? I'm just so confused. This is just so weird and random for no reason. Like, it wouldn't be that weird if it was for normal characters who are normal human beings, but with them it's just like, what is Kishimoto doing? Why them? Why the Ten Tails things? What is happening? What is Kishimoto's goal? Because now it's like at first you go like, oh, it's probably, you know, they're gonna save the village, or they trying to save the village from whatever this is and everything. But now with this, it just throws another twist. It's like, okay then, what now? Because this isn't gonna end with them probably dying, right? If they show this much human emotion. I'm scratching my head. And then this is the second scene, and if you haven't read the manga or watched any of the animes, you will probably see this just normal, but this isn't. This is just very random, and these two scenes, despite not being that weird or complicated or anything really, do, in my opinion, just show that I don't really think Kishimoto knows what he wants to do with this anymore. Like, don't take this anyway or wrong way. This is only my theory, my opinion. This is not proven. I have no proof for this. This is just what I feel like by reading all of this. But I kind of feel like Kishimoto is kind of just burnt out from Naruto. I have no way to prove this, but with the way it's written, the way it's not even written by Kishimoto anymore, it feels like this is kind of the Scott situation with Five Nights at Freddy's, with how he retired because he wanted to spend time with his family instead of always wasting his, his entire life on the game that he made, or anime in this instance. And how Scott got burned out, and when he gave it to other people, even though he was still viewing over it and still accepting, and he had to approve of it, obviously, because it's his still lore and everything, you can tell that Five Nights at Freddy's isn't FNAF anymore. And that's what I feel like is happening here. I think Kishimoto is burnt out. Like, I genuinely believe this. And you can search it up. I don't have the source, but you can search it up on Google or Wikipedia and anywhere. But I do know that Kishimoto did, he got married at a specific time. And he didn't even go on his honeymoon until he finished Naruto, because he was that with Naruto. He wanted to finish Naruto, right? And that already proves to me that it's kind of similar situation to Scott Cawthon, with how he didn't spend much time with his family or being his own person because he was always with doing FNAF and everything like that. And I personally just feel that. I feel that through the screen of how Boruto is written nowadays, that I think Kishimoto is just burnt out from Naruto. And in a way, I think he's just kind of like Scott Cawthon maybe, is trying to make something new. Not because he wants to tell it in a new way or with passion, but just because he doesn't want to do Naruto anymore and do the same thing over and over. But just because you don't do things the same, just because you do it differently doesn't mean it's good. It needs a genuine idea and a passion behind it to be actually good. When I was talking about Tubular Vortex being badly written, I didn't mention this at all. But I feel like I should now, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and yeah, it feels like Kishimoto is he just has enough of seeing everything Naruto related everywhere, I feel like. I think he's just burnt out. I personally think he is. That's my opinion, my theory, if you will. I'm not gonna make it's a game theory though. I can't be bothered, but I genuinely kind of just feel bad. And yeah, the changes in Boruto, even though it is very different from Naruto now, it still rehashes so much. And it even does the same things as Boruto's anime did, just in a way that makes it not even worse written, and just less engaging. I just don't know. This chapter really opened my eyes. It made me realize, all this manga was bad, but that chapter specifically with these two scenes, only two scenes in that, made me realize that I just don't think Kishimoto has the passion for this anymore. I know it's not written by him. Again, Scott Cawthon's games aren't also really done by him anymore, but he is the creator. The responsibility falls on his shoulders, in my opinion, and that will always be one. I am a content creator. If I got someone else because I retired, I will still hold myself accountable because I am doing the shots, because it's my creation. And I don't know, it's just sad to watch. It seems like everything nowadays is just dying. Like, from back when we were kids, everything was more live. And I don't even mean this with Naruto specifically. I mean, it's like Cartoon Network, going outside instead of just staying inside on computers all day. Fucking just a lot of things changed, and honestly, this year and for the past few, it really feels like everything's going downhill and everything's going to shit. People are getting burnt out from creations they've made. Things are changing or getting deleted. YouTubers are deleting their videos now because of the stupid YouTube copyright strikes and demonetization and all of this. It really is depressing. All the AI bullshit. It's just, yeah. This was a bit of a I digress rant, but I'm sorry I had to mention this because it really does feel like this. Either way, this chapter was just weird. Like, it wasn't bad, honestly, but it was just very, very weird. And confusing as well. But it wasn't bad. It was just these two scenes that made me realize that Kishimoto just lost his shit. What is Boruto even about anymore? Can anyone even answer that? Because I don't think there's an actual ideology in Boruto anymore, the way it was in Naruto. The whole idea, the whole reason Kishimoto made Naruto was because he was inspired by so much things to make it. Inspired of showing war and soldiers in a more flattering light, showing the positives of wars, even though there isn't any, but, you know, he wanted a more optimistic outlook on war, which he also said this, and you can search it up on Google as well. That's where I got it. But, yeah, Boruto really doesn't have a point, does it? It doesn't have anything. You know, as much as Boruto is a character who doesn't want to be overshadowed by Naruto's legacy, Boruto was overshadowed by Naruto's legacy. I will say that. I believe so. I think Naruto has made such an impact, cultural impact, not only on people, but on Kishimoto, that it became just too much to bear, really. And Boruto just feels like that. It feels almost like an overthought. And by this I mean more Blue to Blue Vortex. The original Boruto manga and anime are still very good, and they're not written badly either. Like, they're not good. They're not written as well as Naruto, but they're still very good. But Two Blue Vortex, it's just not, and it feels like it really is just burned. He's just burned out, dude. That's what I believe. And Naruto is just laying a giant shadow over it that Kishimoto probably doesn't think he can really achieve anymore. So he just doesn't even try, which is sad. Kishimoto is better at this than he thinks. I mean, maybe he thinks he's amazing at this. I don't know. This is just theories. This is how I feel. This is how I take his work. Because from a person's creative work, you can tell a lot about the person. And this is just how I feel looking at his work about him and his feelings. That's how I feel. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it from his work. But yeah. It's just weird, but anyway, this is gonna be it. I don't know what else to add. Sorry for how sad this kind of ended up being, but I just wanted to get it over with and get it out of my chest. Either way, though, I hope you enjoyed this video, and drop a like, a comment, and all of that shit. I know most people won't watch this. That's fine. Honestly, I don't mind anymore, but I wanted to get this off. This is the one chapter that made me go so, like, scratch my head, what? That I just couldn't resist but make a video and also open up about what I feel when it comes to Kishimoto and his work nowadays. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and see you in the next one. See ya!